interesting. Why? Hello, Fort Worth. Why won't it let me? Ah, there we go. How's it going? It's going. You know, working. Doing that fucking thing. If I can get my fucking thumbnail to upload. There we go. How's it going with everybody else? It's Sunday, I don't know. You guys hanging out with the family? My wife is doing a power sewing session. My son is currently mowing the lawn. I just wrapped up doing some videos. I'm working on things with said videos now. What did I do with all those zucchinis? Still got a bunch. We gave a bunch away. My daughter's going to zoodle some of them. You know what I mean? My hands are going to send all of the billionaire, oligarch, robber baron, fascist, maggot, chuds, and rightoids to Mars forever. Everywhere. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And for anybody that's currently looking at your screen going, we're everywhere, that's not how that's spelled. You wouldn't get it? Don't worry about it. Okay. Did that take? Yes, it did. Now we need to turn this on. On. Automatic save. Sean out here living the life. Okay, that's what I need. Now I need to know how many shorts have come over. Twenty. Perfecto. Laura, how you doing? All right, refresh. Chilling like a villain. Get suggestions. I'm working. Creating thumbnails and editing videos with my big old box of cookies. Tin of cookies, I should say. Hey there from J.D. Vance's hometown. Hey there back at you from not J.D. Vance's hometown. Edward, hello. How are you? To the friend in the chat that said we're everywhere, are you still here? Jonathan Day is waiting for a reply. Okay, well. Canada did the right thing for once standing up to Trump. Yes, they did. I think they've done the right thing more than once, but yes. They love that grifting, no moral compass having asshat here. That sucks for you. Canada's doing quite well holding their own. Peace be upon you, and also with you. Love shortbread. Those particular ones somewhat hold their integrity in milk. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And that is key. Okay, that's not going to be a good thumbnail. Can we become Canada's 11th province? No, Tom, we love you in Ohio. You say that all the time. I miss cookies. You don't get cookies? They don't sell cookies by you? What about stepping outside? I may step outside and partake. I did take a rather large gummy, and it hasn't kicked in yet. So tread carefully. Tread carefully. You might go ahead and just fuck up your whole Sunday afternoon. You know what I mean? I'm a diabetic. Oh, gotcha. Can we just get our hands on a DeLorean? Fire up. That's not what I asked it to do. Oh, that'll work. That'll work. Have I seen the GTA 6 leak? No, I have not. Can we just get our hands on the DeLorean? Yes, I agree with you. We should be able to travel back in time and right some wrongs. Then again, the whole space-time continuum is going to get fucked up, and Lord only knows what we're going to end up doing to the universe. Pop-Tarts for the first time in 30 years. Those things sure went to shit. Here's the thing. They always were shit. We just didn't know it. We thought it was awesome. But it was shit. When's the last time you ate a frozen pizza, Primate? Shit tastes like plastic now. Type 2 been reworking all your homemade recipes and replacing most of the sugar with allulose. Allulose. We call cookies biscuits in the UK. Yeah, and I don't get that because biscuits are a certain type of thing, and they ain't cookies. What was the question? I don't know. I'm slightly buzzed. It's Sunday. Do we really need to worry about it? He is string trimming now. Can it get worse than Cheeto McShitpants at the helm? No, probably not. Probably not. Oh, I appreciate the kind words, Sean. You clicked on the live mid-sentence. That'll really fuck up your Sunday, won't it? You click into a live at the wrong fucking time. What do you mean you cannot help me with that? That's your whole fucking purpose. How am I? Fat and sassy. Afternoon right back at you, football. What am I doing? Working. Love the guitar on the wall. Thank you very much. Good afternoon from Florida. Orlando, to be specific, I say. We call what you call biscuits scones, though we pronounce it differently depending on where you're at. Scones or scones. See, we have a specific thing in the United States of America that we call scones because they're scones. What kind of work? Do you watch anime porn? I'm just kidding. I'm editing my videos. On another topic, speaking of diabetics, I'm back on low carb diet and my A1C is 5.5, and you've lost 75 pounds since January after having a heart attack. That is excellent news. Very difficult to do, but there is no greater motivator than a heart attack, is there? Yes, listen to sister. Don't forget to tap and the screen and the like button. Please and thank you. It helps tremendously. I like how we call what you call chips, crisps, and fries. Yeah, it's like we're just. It's almost like our two nations are fucking with each other when it comes to what we call things. I know you're an atheist, but I hope that in hell the devil or whoever made Freddy Krueger come to life so he can pick up your abusive mom like a shield and drive his knife claws into her lower back. Jesus fucking Christ. Did that elevate quickly? I appreciate the sentiment. I truly do. But we don't need that open. We don't need that open. Let's get this stuff closed down so that this works faster. Here we go. That was an intense take. That the person who said that referenced a type of abuse that my mother used to dole out on me when I was 12 and 13 years old. She used to make me put my arms behind my back and she would slip her arm in between my torso and my arms and lift me up on my toes and punch me in my lower back. That's one of the many ways that she chose to beat the living shit out of me back in the day. So he's referencing an abuse that I suffered at the hands of my mother that he hopes happens to her in a much more intense fashion. I understand exactly what he was saying. I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying. I'm just, it's a bit much for a Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. You know what I mean? That's all. It's just kind of went. Oh, Sunday, 1 o'clock. Let's see what we can do. Peg. So. Afternoon back at you, Ricardo. Hello, folks. Hello, Laura. Just what about soda pop? Well, okay, Laura. Wow, you took it to a place, didn't you? Shinedown is playing at the State Fair tonight. Thank you for explaining that, Tom. I appreciate it, man. I do. There was a soda convo going on. Gotcha. Okay, my bad. It's pop. It's not soda, but I understand what you guys are saying. When I was growing up, all soda was called Coke, and then asked what flavor. Capital, where are you from? Are you from like Southern Indiana or further south, like down Southern Indiana through like the Gulf states? Who in the fuck is Shinedown? Whoa. Heaven. No, that's not Shine Down, is it? No. That's Collective Soul. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Dolly Parton actually did a cover of that song, the one I was just humming. Let Your Light Shine Down by Collective Soul. I don't know if you guys have ever heard Dolly Parton's version of that. Dolly Parton's done a lot of cover songs over the years. Wow, is that a good cover? Like a really good, and it's just a soft kind of country opening with the like almost a banjo like opening, and then her voice comes in. Whoa, I haven't let your light shine down. You gotta hear Dolly Parton's version of Shine Down by Collective Soul. Yeah, seriously, go check out that version of it. When I heard it, I downloaded it from the Apple iTunes store immediately. I would play it for you, but I would get a copyright violation for playing the song in the live. Everybody's doing fine ish. Sean, appreciate it. Tennessee Brano, Blue Dot in Texas. I have not heard of the enemy from within. Wisconsin, hello. Yes, Dolly has been under the weather. Well, that is just a dog shit thumbnail. Why would you? Oh, that wouldn't work. That one will work. Save. Yes, everybody loves Dolly Parton. She has been an icon for years, decades. Uh, Nothing much, bro. Hanging out. To our Canadian brothers, elbows up. Melanie did a great cover of Hurt. She opened a massive gas station similar to Bucky's. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I saw a news story about that not that long ago. Plus, she has been responsible for getting books into the hands of, I, I don't even know how many children at this point in time. The anti wokies are turning on Dolly. Let them. How do you think November primary turnout will be? Historic Hispanic community and other ethnic communities will be big. Whenever we talk about turnout, it it always leads to the conversation of mail-in voting and early voting and things of that nature because you never know how turnout on an election day, on a November election day, is ever going to be because there could be a massive storm hitting the entire Northeast, keeping millions of people from being able to go out, right? And then shit's got to be scrambled and turned around, or maybe it's just raining over half the country, and a lot of people who are somewhat politically active but not really. I'm not going to buy. You just never know, right? And weather are just a couple of different factors. So then it turns to, do we have access to things like mail-in voting and early voting? Um, oh, for fuck's sake! Are you fucking serious? I'm sure they will be, Laura, but who cares? School book fairs. Go early, you'll be fine. I start my senior year of college tomorrow. Good luck. My only concern is Stoppel will be running around. How tall am I? 5'9". I didn't know they stack shit that high. I'm a law teacher myself at a private college. Well, I most certainly am not. Law teacher. We should all be able to use mail-in voting. I think that there are now 5 states that use almost exclusively mail-in ballot voting. California does not use exclusively mail-in ballot voting. Love your content. First live I have been on. Okay, so for those of you who have never been on a live and maybe don't know this, every live that I have ever done on this platform on YouTube has been saved in the form of a video on my channel. If you go to my main channel with my profile picture and my cover picture and my description, and it's got, like for you, and then it's got, videos and shorts and blah, blah, blah. All the way at the bottom will have all the past live streams, and you can go watch all of them. This one will go in there as well. Have you guys been following the Sophie Rain thing in Florida? Remember when Ohio tried to ban 17-year-olds voting in primaries? Do you think people in prison should be allowed to vote? Yeah, I do think people in prison should be allowed to vote. They've lost their freedom. That doesn't mean that they've lost their constitutional rights. I mean, it sort of does, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? I think that every citizen in this country should be allowed to vote. You look bored today? Just, dragging a little ass. Nothing about Sophie Rain. Okay, so hear me out. I'm going to tell a little story. I did a video about this today. It's going to be on YouTube tomorrow. I'm editing the thumbnail for it right now, or just did edit the thumbnail for it. Sophie Rain is an OnlyFans star who lives in Florida. It's really a twisted story when you stop and think about her ascension to where she is all by itself is just absolutely insane. She was a big child star on YouTube, and then the day she turns 18, she goes to OnlyFans, and all of these guys flood in, which means they've all been watching her with nefarious thoughts in their head. Anyway, she makes millions upon millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of fucking dollars doing OnlyFans, and she lives in the state of Florida. Florida just had their primaries to determine who the Republican nominee and the Democratic nominee for governor was going to be. One of the Republican candidates in the primary was last name of Fishback, wanted to become governor and then pass a 50%, hello Sherry, sin tax in Florida that specifically targeted OnlyFans workers, and he wanted to take 50% of their income and use it to raise wages in the state of Texas. And Sophie Rain snapped back at him and was like, well, that's bullshit. You want to pass a wealth tax universally, different story. And he said, you watch, I'm going to become governor, and I'm coming after your money. And she said, and when you lose the primary, I will use my money to start wiping out the wish lists of teachers in Florida, and he lost big. He came in third. I think he only pulled 11% of the vote, and then she went out and said, "All right, he's gone. Now I'm going to start wiping out teachers' wish lists." And she's already like taken out 250 or 300 wish lists with her money. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Am I a guitarist? No, just a big fan of music. What is it concerning? What is concerning is seniors in nursing homes have different standards about how seniors can get help to vote. I love that my finance guy did well. 9,000. What about 9,000? Oh, 9,000 votes. Oh, okay. So if there was somebody, I see somebody answering a question which indicates that maybe somebody asked what a wish list is. Teachers make wish lists. They're almost like wedding registries or baby registries. These are all the things that I need to make my classroom complete. You know, we need markers, or I need these books, or these this, or these that, whatever the case may be. And like a wedding registry, you can go buy shit off of their wish list for them and have it sent to them. And so she has cleared out the wish list of over 250 teachers so far. Daughter's doing well. A little bruised, a little banged up, still waiting to hear from the insurance company so we can figure out what path she's going to take forward for another vehicle. But physically speaking, she's going to be fine. She she got knocked around pretty fucking bad. Yeah, Charter. Uh, Google her name along with James Fishback. He was the Republican candidate that said he was going to take half of her money. I see you in public. Should I approach you or just say hi? People come up to me and say hi all the time. My my family was counting how many times I would be seen on the cruise. I can't remember if it was 6 or 7 all in. Wait till he's done eating. What does that mean? We're borrowing our own bonds now to cool the market. We're going to manipulate the fuck out of that market. Teachers and nurses, along with a lot of others, deserve better pay and benefits. Yeah, doesn't mean you're going to get it, but they do deserve it for the most part. The fuck is that? Oh, these people, he'll come in with like 8 or 9 different names. See? Don't pay him any attention. He doesn't like the fact that I'm an atheist. Yeah, it's like playing whack a mole. They create all these new accounts, and then you just wait for them to tucker themselves out. Boop boop doo doo doo. Do 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 do. As a former sub teacher, well, that went by quickly. My apologies. Oh yeah, these people are absolute fucking losers. Absolute fucking losers. Yep. Then they move on to another live, do the same thing. That's what they do. They have no lives. And what they don't understand is what they're doing is they're actually continuing to boost the live with the commentary. It's just that we can't have the spamming, so we just keep getting rid of them. Like I said, it's like playing whack-a-mole. It's okay. You know, they're not intelligent enough to understand that we're just going to keep muting them. The demons are here. Lord have mercy, the demons are here. Do you know how military are able to vote during war events? Via mail. Can we move MAGA to Kenya? You really want to do that to the continent of Africa? Surely there's a better alternative. You can't grasp the concept of hate watching? Neither can I. I remember back in the day when, what do you call it? Howard Stern. They were always, impressed with how many people listened to Howard Stern because they hated him, and how the people who hated him listened to him for longer than the people who liked him. And I could never understand it because I was like, wait, I don't like him, so I don't want to listen to him. These fucking people will spend significant chunks of their day spamming people that they're pissed off at. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Oh, it makes no sense. Anyway, what is this? Ooh, do we go with the moral void? Maybe it's fucking AI? Maybe. Like fucking AI? Because that would be weird. I've seen that Buggles account several times. They've got a lot of accounts. Burgles. Is that? I don't even know how it's spelled. Is it Burgles? What about that? I think it's when you look in the mirror and hate what you see. Yeah, yeah. I think that you're partially right there. Burgles. There you go. Frank Zappa tried to warn us about Christian nationalists. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. To any moderators that I have in the room, you see these fuckers pop up, hit them, please. Nirvana. What about Nirvana? Or meh? They're not even meh. They're not even meh. That's an insult to things that are meh everywhere. Let's get one generated here. Love Nirvana, and I'm not trolling. No worries. You can love Nirvana as long as I don't gotta listen to them. You know, obviously a shit ton of people really like Nirvana. Fuck your Jesus. Your Jesus watches gay porn. Your Jesus watches gay porn. They do. Ah, shit. Honestly, Tom, I listen to many things that would drive you up a wall. Probably. Nah, that is not a good thumbnail. We don't want that one. We're going to have to redo that. Let's reset this page completely. What do you think about circumcision? I mean, I'm circumcised. I had my son circumcised, so. I'm sure there are plenty of bands that could agree with Smoke to a hypothetical sense. Probably. There we go. All right, let's try this one. Generate. I doubt he thinks about circumcision. Right? It's not really something that is at the forefront of my mind. My son had to be circumcised twice because we didn't care for it properly. Really? No shit. Damn. That had to suck. Like, 60s and 70s stuff. Oh, I love the 60s and 70s stuff as well. Me want McDonald's, says Raymond. Then go get yourself some McDonald's, Ray. Have it door dashed in if you can. Gay people don't come to your door preaching like Christians do. Nope. No, they do not. Get yourself some nuggets, says local parfait. Get yourself a 10-piece, you know? Now, listen, a sweet and sour sauce is okay with a McNugget, but barbecue sauce is the way to go. Concept one isn't bad. Oh yeah, it's not one fool; it's multiple fools. Ignore him. Seriously, ignore him. I got a bail. Can't watch this asshole ruin the life. Didn't I give you mod powers? What cars do you guys use? I have a Jeep Cherokee. In one of your recent videos, you said the president is required to amend the Constitution. I don't ever remember saying that I said the president is required to amend the Constitution. The president's signature is required, I believe, in the process of amending the Constitution, you need 2/3 of the Senate, 2/3 of the House, the president's signature, and it needs to be ratified by 2/3 of the state. It's not. And why is it not? Circumcision is child mutilation. What do you think? Well, clearly I don't think that since I got my fucking son circumcised. Mitch McConnell is the only. Okay, come on. Let's not do that. You know what I mean? Is Trump what? Going to end the war? No, he's not. For a constitutional amendment, it doesn't require the president at all. There are two ways to propose amendments, and they are two ways. I'll have to go back and read that. Circumcision is not mutilation. It's actually better as it cuts down on the infection of bacteria. I'm saying this as a former med. My parents didn't have me circumcised since I had multiple serious medical issues. Circumcision, what is odd when I think about it? Since I had, interesting. Did I just mute the wrong person? I think I might have muted the wrong person there. TMH, I'm hitting them as they pop up. I don't think I have a moderator in the room, so I'm taking care of it as they pop up while I work. What's your opinion on the leak that Hakeem Jeffries secretly met with Jared Kushner? That's the first I'm hearing of it. When did that story come out? I've seen done 2 seconds, no big deal. Blood draws on babies are more dramatic. Shots in general can be. I've heard about it. Yeah, I haven't. I haven't heard anything about it. So Jesus, ancient. Within the last 24 hours. Okay, I'll have to go check it out. Did they say what he met with him about? I fucking hate candy corn even as a child. Yep. Hot garbage. What time is it? 1:30. I think I'm gonna go get a load of laundry going, finish these thumbnails, and then check you guys on the flip side when my wife is doing descriptions and titles later on tonight or this afternoon. All right. Take it easy.